Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be opening my final Secrets of Strixhaven play booster box and seeing what I get. Anyway, like usual, any card over $2 will show up on screen. This video I will be talking about a lot of the Marvel superheroes cards because a lot of them have been revealed. It's mainly just going to be stuff from the main set. Won't be much from anything else. But yeah, I'm super excited for that set. That's the next one to come out, and the pre-release is not this weekend but next weekend, and I will be going to that. And then in 2 weeks from now I will be having a Marvel Superheroes collector booster box opening, so if you're hopefully you are looking forward to that. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get into the pack opening. So for the Marvel set, I did buy 3 play boosters and 2 collector boxes. So same that I bought for this set. We got Joined Researchers as our first rare. Then we got our first mythic, the Dawning Archaic. Pretty cool mythic in my opinion. It's a 10 cost 7/7. Has a target cost 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. It has reach, and then when it attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. And then when it be put into the graveyard, you exile it instead. So pretty cool. You could make them a 0 cost, so pretty cool. I don't think that's one of the best mythics you can get in the set, but still pretty cool. We got Helping Hand from the Mystical Archive. Then we got a foil common. Anyway, with the Marvel set, they have a few new abilities coming out. They have like Teamwork, which I don't think there's many cards that have the Team Up ability. Not too sure if there'll be a lot of those or not. But essentially with Team Up, say a card has like Team Up 5, you have to tap. It's usually an additional cost that on the few cards I have seen with it in it, you don't have to pay the Team Up cost to also cast a spell. It's just if you do, you get a pretty good bonus out of it. Got Dina's Guidance. So say a card has like Team Up 5 or something, you have to tap up to, you have to get up to 5 mana or 5 power worth of creatures that you tap to cast it for the Teamwork cost. So you can have 5 1/1s, or you can have 1 5 power creature, and so on and so forth, just to get up to 5. Or you could do more than just 5, but just need to get up to 5, and then you'll get the extra added benefit of casting the card as well. Got Planner Engineering, pretty good rare for the set. Well, one of the better rares. I don't know if it's just extended art, but so there's that. They have Connive back, which isn't new, but something we saw in the last Marvel set and Spider-Man set. But Conniving has it to where when it happens, you draw a card, and then if you discard a non-land card, you put a +1/+1 counter onto the creature that connived. So pretty cool. There's quite a few good connive creatures in the set. So we got the Duelist is a rare. What else is there? Just like in the last set as well, there are quite a lot of creatures that are double faced, and just like the Spider-Man set, you can cast them for either side. You could cast them for the front, which will usually be a lot cheaper and you'll have some benefit, and then later on at sorcery speed you can flip it over to the other side, or you could just cast it for the back side. There's quite a few of them in this set. We got Wisdom of Ages, and we got the Great Hall of the Biblioplex, and then Deflecting Palm is a Mystical Archive rare. I'll put them all up top even if they're not the best. We got Fix What's Broken and Foil. That was a quad rare pack. But one example of a card that flips is Jennifer Walters. But if you don't know, she is She-Hulk. So on her front side, the Jennifer Walters side, it's a 2-mana creature that's a 2/3 that has your opponents can't cast spell during your turn. So pretty good. And then if you transform her, she turns into the Sensational She-Hulk, which has Reach and Trample and is a 6/6, and the transform cost is 3 generic green and white, and 1 green and 2 white, so 6 mana in total. Got Mana Sculpt, and she has Reach, Trample, and then your opponent still can't cast spells during your turn, and then whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have She-Hulk deal that much damage to any target. Do this only once each turn, so some pretty cool things you could do with that ability. And that's just one example, because Iron Man is also really good. Tony Stark, we got Magma Blood Archaic. And there's also, for new abilities, they have the power-up ability, which I think almost all power-ups give the creature that has it +1/+1 counters. But the power-up cost is also reduced by, anyway, the whole thing. So like with Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., he has the power-up cost of Wooburg, so all colors. And so to do it, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on them. And then you look at the top 7 cards of your library, and you can put a hero, equipment, or vehicle card from among them onto the battlefield. If it's a double face card, you may transform it, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And we got the Exposition Tidecaller. And it has it to where for the reminder text, activate each power-up ability only once. So you can only use it once. I assume unless you like blink him or reset him. I'm not too sure. And then it has it to where it also makes it to where you reduce the cost of the mana that it costs to do the power-up if they also entered the turn that you activate the power-up. So with Nick Fury, he's only 1 white, so if you were to play him, then you wouldn't have to pay Wooburg anymore, but you'd have to still pay blue, black, red, and green to use his power-up. We got the Biblioplex again. We got our second mythic. We got the Emeritus of Truce. Power-up abilities are reduced by the mana spent to cast it, so that's pretty cool. They also have a new enchantment type. They have plans that whenever they meet the certain criteria, they do something. So I got the Political Triumph one I'm just looking at here. That whenever a creature you control enters, you scry 1 and put a plan counter on this enchantment, and every plan gets plan counters. And then when you reach the 4th plan counter, you sacrifice it, draw a card, and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's just an example of one of them. We got Triumphant Critique, that's a rare. So pretty cool. There's quite a few other cool plan cards. That's just one of the bare bones ones. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. They also have the like panel card artwork, which is artwork like from comic books, or at least it's in a comic book style. I'll put one up on the screen now for one of the cards. Don't know which one that I like. And they also have the classic comic cards that are coming out that will only be in collector boosters, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it is. We got Pox Plague. I got the Vastland's Scavenger. Yeah, there's some really cool classic comic cards that I hope I can get some of. There's also, they have quite a few scene cards as well with some cool artwork that all get put into some really big scenes. So yeah, there's just some really good artwork all around. We got the Germination Practicum, the green paradigm spell. So pretty cool. That's another mythic. Got Return to the Ranks is a rare. Whatever rare. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh, I did see that the uncommon Fantastic Four cards that you can get, if you have all 4 of them, if I'm not mistaken, you can put, you can just make an infinite combo if you manage to get all 4 of them into play without any of them being destroyed. So definitely pretty cool to see, I guess. But yeah, got the Sky Coach Conductor. Let's see, there's, and I mean, yeah, besides all the scene cards, they also have logo cards, which will have the character, and then it'll have like their name and kind of like block letters behind them. I'll put one up for somebody as well, but they look really good in my opinion. A lot of them look good. So we got the Storm Carved Coast. It's rare. I'll put it up top because it's might be the best land from this cycle. I'm not too sure. Got Stock Up, decent uncommon from the Mystical Archive. It's not worth too much in this printing, but still something. And then the headliner card is the Mind Stone, which I think in all these Marvel sets, the headliner card will be the Infinity Stone for the set. So if they keep with the track record they're going, there will probably be 4 more Marvel sets. I know a lot of people probably won't be looking forward to that, but I'm a fan of Marvel, so I am. Got Molten Core Maestro, pretty cool. Rare, you can do some crazy things. Because I really want an X-Men set, because they have X-Men in this Marvel set, but they don't have, you know, a bunch of the big name X-Men. I mean, they do have like Wolverine and Storm in the set, so, and they are pretty big names, so. Got Resonating Loot, another decent rare. Oh, and another thing that's really cool is they are reprinting the they're reprinting the Secret Layer cards from that we got for the Marvel characters a while ago. The ones that were mechanically unique. So there's Iron Man, Black Panther, Storm, Captain America, and Wolverine. So all those ones from the Secret Layer, not the rest of the Secret Layer, just the one character is getting reprinted. So I love to see that because I unfortunately wasn't able to get that Secret Layer when it came out. We got Confronting Console. So hopefully you can get some of those. And then, yeah, they got a bunch of the bonus sheet, which is the source material cards, which is also artwork that is from comic books and stuff. They have quite a few decent reprints in there, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, because I think the characters, the reprints from the Secret Lair and the source material, possibly, if I'm not mistaken. We got Moment of Reckoning, another Mana Sculpt, this time in foil. They have Ephemerate, which is just a decent blank spell. They got the instant speed board wipe, the Final Showdown, which is pretty cool. They got Teferi's Protection, of course. There are a lot of legendary creatures in this set. So we got Dreamroot Cascade. Put it up top, but I don't think it's over $2. We got Mythic, which is not a good Mythic. We got Subterranean Tremors. Hopefully can get another Mythic from the Mystical Archives. If not, that's not very good. Yeah, so there's a lot of legendary creatures that they've showed off. I feel like when I scrolled through the cards that they have shown off, I feel like I've only seen maybe 5 non-legendary creatures. So I got Informed Inkwright, it's a rare. Better Triumph. Then Poxplague and foil. But Kang the Conqueror, the Mythic Kang, is also a pretty cool card. It's 4 mana, he's blue and a 4/5 with flying. And he has the power-up ability of 5 generic and 3 blue. You put a +1/+1 counter on him, then you take an extra turn. During that turn, power-up abilities can't be activated, so can't use more power-up abilities during that turn, but yeah, you just straight up get an extra turn, so pretty cool. Don't know how good it'll actually be, but we got Wild Growth Archaic. Then we got Vicious Rivalry. Son of a... Well. Oh well. I just realized I hadn't been recording my audio with my microphone the whole time, so I guess I'm stuck with my phone audio this time. So might not sound as good as my other videos, but oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, that's another cool card. There's quite a few cool cards. I guess I was going to talk about the Tony Stark, but Tony Stark is a blue creature. He's 2 mana, 1/3 that has, you pay 1 and tap them, and you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact from among them and put that into your hand, and then put the rest on the bottom of your library. Got Shattered Sanctum, it's a rare. Got a Chroma's Will as a mythic. That one's a little bit better than the other one, so pretty cool. Not the best, but still cool to see. Probably won't get any more mythics from the bonus sheet in this box. And then you can pay 4 and a blue and a red to flip them over into the Invincible Iron Man, which has flying and haste. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can then put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's an equipment, you attach it to them. So, pretty cool. Could make them a Voltron Commander with equipment, or you can do other stuff with them. So, we got Grave Researcher. It's a rare. Another decent rare, so I'll put it up top. So, seems like a pretty cool creature all around, so. There is one multicolored card that's the Serpent Society, if I'm not mistaken, that has a pretty crazy ward cost of gain 5 poison counters. So can be a pretty detrimental ward cost if you decide to pay it. So got Hardened Archaic, or Academic, not Archaic. Because if you don't know, you only need 10 poison counters and you're dead and out of the game. So even in Commander, 10 poison counters knocks you out no matter your life total. So getting at least half of that in one go is pretty detrimental. And I think if you have something that doubles counters, it might just straight up one-shot people if they decide to target it and pay the ward cost. We got Steal the Show. So I don't know if it'll do too much outside of that, because there's not many poison cards that are like in standard. There's plenty of other poison cards outside of standard, but it can be quite annoying to remove if somebody has multiple of them. It is a legendary creature, so you don't have to worry about them having more than one at a time, as long as they're not making copies of it. Got the Emeritus of Conflict, the mythic, the red Emeritus. Some other of the source material cards, they have like Show and Tell, which is a pretty good card from some other combo decks, putting in Omniscience for free, or for 3 mana instead of 9. Right, Omniscience is 9. And then there's also the Simulacrum Synthesizer reprint, which is a really good card. We got Flashback, pretty good rare. Zombify. Trying to get to some of the other colored creatures. So I only went through white and blue, and I only have 2 more packs left. There's Flow State, the best uncommon of the set that is over $2. I won't put it up top, but just pointing it out. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention to some of my other packs, so I might have gotten another one. But yeah. See some of the bonus sheet cards. There's There's nothing that I know of that's too noteworthy in black. We got the Stirring Hope Singer, and the Geometers Arthropod, Pierce, Fin Fang Foom seems like a pretty cool red creature. A 2 mana. It's 4 mana in total, 2 generic and 2 red for a 3/5. It has flying, and he has it to where whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, you copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy, and then you put 2+1/+1 counters on them, and that is not limited to once per turn. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff you could do with that. I got Deathcap Glade in the Borderless, probably over $2, so I'll put it up top. Got Prismatic Ending. This card looks really cool with that artwork. Another rare from bonus sheet. This is the last pack. I guess a lot of one mythic that a lot of people are talking about is Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. It's a 4 mana equipment, which this is the first time that a equipment cost isn't just, you can't equip the hammer on everybody. Because it has equip worthy for 1 mana, and a creature is worthy if it's a legendary non-villain that's red and or white. So a lot of people have just been finding it funny how many magic characters that have they're not they're essentially the villains of Magic that are able to wield the hammer. Got Deathclap Glade again, but this time in the non-borderless. Yeah. So some of the examples are like Sauron from the Lord of the Rings set can wield Mjolnir because apparently he's worthy. Elish Norn can wield it. Nicobolus can wield it. Krinko's not like a crazy villain, but yeah, that's just a few examples, and it seems like a really good enchantment or equipment. Because when it enters, it deals 4 damage to up to 1 target creature, and then you double all damage equipped creature would deal. Then you can also pay 2 and a red to discard it, and it deals 2 damage to each creature. So, a lot of cool things you can do. There's a lot of Magic cards that shouldn't be worthy to be able to equip Mjolnir, but it is funny, the ones that can equip it. I am out of packs, but might be a few more cards that I want to talk about. Squirrel Girl seems like a pretty cool card. She's a 4 mana 4/4. But it's 1 generic and then 3 green, and when it enters, you create a squirrel or attacks, and then you can pay the same amount as her normal cost to create, to essentially double the amount of squirrels you create, or you create X 1/1 squirrels, where X is the number of squirrels you control, so pretty cool. And then I was about to forget, but they have Heroic Intervention has been reprinted 3 times in this set, all with different artwork. So there's 3 different artworks for that. Another card that I think is pretty cool is Daredevil. I feel like Daredevil is a pretty cool card. He's a 4 cost 3/4 that is red and white, that has vigilance and haste, and you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and whenever you attack, you may exile the top card of your library. If that card is a hero card, he gets +2/+1 until end of turn, and then you can play that card this turn. I don't know if you may play that card. I'm pretty sure that's separate and it doesn't have to be a hero card. It's just if it is a hero card, he also gets a bonus, so feels like a pretty cool card in my opinion. But yeah, that's just a few examples. But yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing the pre-release when it comes out for the Marvel set. Because there's a lot of cool cards that I'm excited to try to make a deck. I'm not very good at it, but I'll try. But yeah, the source material cards, the Secret Lair reprints are in fact source material cards, which you can find in everything. But I think source materials are like 1 in 24 play booster packs, so gonna be kind of hard to get from play booster packs. And if I'm not mistaken, each collector pack that you open has a source material, so another cool card is the Arc Reactor, which is a 5 mana artifact that has Improvise, and it enters tapped, but you can tap it to add 3 generic, or 3 colorless mana, so pretty cool. The 10 Rings is also another cool one. 8 mana legendary artifact that makes it to where your hand size is 10, and then at the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 10 cards, you draw equal to the difference, so pretty good to draw cards. Oh, and one of my favorite cards that I think I'll show up on screen that's an example of one of the source material cards is the Horn of Greed. yeah, when I put that card up on screen, you'll see why I like that card so much. I love the artwork on it, and it's just so goofy. So yeah. Anyway, really looking forward to that set and seeing what I can get. But yeah, about this box, it's not a very good box, I'll be honest. Didn't get very many good mythics. I don't know which one of these is the best from the main set. It's either the Emeritus or it's probably this the Paradigm spell I got. And then I did get 2 mythics from the Mystical Archives. The Chroma's Well is not too bad. The Subterranean Tremors is like whatever. Wish it were the other big ones, because one of my play booster boxes did have a Vampiric Tutor, so that would have been nice. Some okay rares, nothing too crazy. Return the Ranks is also getting a reprint in the Marvel set, so Wizards just loves reprinting cards that just got reprinted, I guess. Make them even less valuable, I don't know. Got a few rares here. We got a lot of lands from this box. We got like 5 of the lands from this box, and then some of the better rares: Resonating Loot, Grave Researcher, and Planar Engineering might be over $2 in their basic. I know their extended arts are. And then Flashback is the second best rare of the set. Unless something has changed. I didn't really look anything up because I didn't really expect prices to change too much. So, thinking general, this box was not very good, but it is what it is. So, anyway, if you're looking forward to the Marvel superhero set and want to see some openings, then consider subscribing to the channel, because I will be having those until the Hobbit set comes out. Then I'll get some of those, and then after that it'll be so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. But other than that, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.